So we'll just start up with the fifth workbench. Okay, so the fifth workbench is nothing but the assembly workbench. So in this workbench, so I have created some of the basic tools. So that is nothing but your what we say that a small four bolts, one bolt, one base plate, and one stud. Okay. So to enter into assembly workbench, so till
Okay,
date we used to enter by using this part. Now we will move directly to the assembly part here. Just click on this assembly and just say OK to this. You will be entering into the assembly workbench. But if you see there is nothing here, so what you have to do is you have to go to this browse, or else sometimes if this window is not being shown to you, just click on this. So just go on this insert component. So the assembly works in two processes. So the first assembly is called as top down assembly, and the assembly another one is called as bottom up assembly. So in top down assembly what we do is, so we create the parts here itself in the assembly workbench itself. We'll start creating the parts and we'll start to assemble it. But in bottom up assembly, what we'll do is we'll create the parts separately and we'll try to assemble in the assembly workbench. So what you guys did in your solid edge, right? So you have created the part separately, then you have made it assemble, right?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So that is called as bottom up assembly. The same procedure we'll use here. So to do that, just click on this insert component and just click on this browse and just go to the part where you have saved your assemblies. So solid assembly I've created. See, I've created a base plate, bolt, and a stud. So be careful whenever you try to bring the first part, it should be the base. So base, that means it should not have any degrees of freedom and it should be fixed. So just click on this and say open to this guy. Now you can see the base plate has came here. So once it is came, it is not free. It is directly fixed here. So that's why what we'll do is I'll just give a right click on this and I'll say float to it. Now what I have done is I have assigned the degrees of freedom to it. That means it can easily rotate, move anything it can do. So now what I'll do is I'll just click here on this. Can you see this specs symbol here?
Yes, sir.
So just switch on this axis. So origins. Now you can notice two origins, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the one origin for that particular base plate what we have, and the another origin is for this assembly workbench. So now just click control, select this center point and this center point, leave the control and make them coincident. Okay. So once you
Yes, sir.
click on this coincident, so it will be coincided. So now I'll just make it isometric. So now what I'll do is again I'll just give a right click on this and I'll make it as fix. So now what happens means this particular part has been completely fixed to the assembly workbench. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next thing again same. I'll just click on this insert component. I'll say browse. I'll just bring this bolt. I'll just place it somewhere like this. So now what I'll do is I'll just directly click on this mate. Can you see this mate here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just click on this mate. So just select this hole and this bolt. See, it has been fixed, right? Automatically it will fix. You don't need to worry about
Yes,
anything.
sir.
So once it is done, just say OK to it. So now what I'll do is I'll just take it a bit above. Sometimes it will be fixed here. So that's why what I'll do is I'll just go with move component. I'll just click it and I'll just drag it up. Now, if you want to say again, I'll go with mid. I'll select this base and I'll select this part here. See, automatically it has become coincided. If you want to leave some gap, I want to leave some gap of 2 mm. So then what I'll do is I'll just click on this dimensions here. Can you see this dimensions here?
Yes, sir.
Distance. Just click on this distance. Now assign the distance. I want some 1.5 mm of gap. Sorry, 1.5 mm of gap, and I'll say OK to this. Now just say OK to this guy here. Now you can notice there is some gap, right?
Yes, sir.
Even the software itself, it will give you automatically. So what are all the constraints you want? But if you want, you can change it also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So next, I want this to be pattern. So I have linear and circular pattern. I'll click on the circular component pattern. So now what it is asking components to pattern. I want to pattern this. So where I want to pattern on this axis. See, now it has came 2. I'll just click it and I'll make it 4 and I'll say OK to this. Easy, right?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, great. Now again, I'll click on this insert component. I'll say browse to it. I'll go with this stud now. Just click on this stud. Just say open to this. Now bring it and place it somewhere here. Now again, go with mate. I'll select this face and this face. So I'll say okay to this. Again, I'll just select this face and I'll select this face. I'll say okay to this. I'll select this face and this particular face and I'll say
Prajay.
okay to this. Now you can notice it has been placed, but if you notice, there is a lot of difference here, right? It is not
Yes, sir.
it is not exactly at the center.
Mm.
So to make it at center, so what you have to do is you have to use, instead of mates, we'll go with advanced mates here. So I'll just go with insert component. I'll click on browse. I'll bring this stud here. I'll just place it somewhere like this. Now what I'll do is now I'll click on this mate. I won't use the standard mates. I'll just switch it off and I'll go to advanced mate. Even in that, I have symmetric. You know symmetric, by using symmetric, I can easily place this. But to make this symmetric, again, I have to create a center axis line, right? So to use symmetric,
Yes,
we
sir.
should have an axis line. So construction line. So to overcome that, again, what I'll do is I'll go with width here. So I'll just select this width. So now what I'll do is I'll just select this face and this face. And these two faces should be equally divided with this face and this face. Okay. So once it is done, again, I'll go with this width. I'll select this face and this face should be equally divided with this face and this face. I'll say okay to this, guys. So now again, I'll go with mate. I'll take advanced mate only. So normal mate, standard mate, sorry. So I'll select these two faces and I'll say okay to this. Now, if you can notice, see, it has exactly placed at the center, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts, any issues?
No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, great. So now the next thing what we have, this is called as smart fasteners. If you have downloaded this thing called SolidWorks Toolbox, so you will get it. You will get it only if you have this licensed version. Here you'll get smart fasteners. That means M10, M20, that standard size bolts and all. So show hidden components means if you have any components hidden, it will show. If doesn't, it won't show anything. So next we have assembly features. If you want to edit these parts again, you can create some holes. For example, see, I'll just make this fillet to here. I'll make a fillet of some 5 mm and I'll say okay to this. Okay, notice, right? You can edit it again. Okay, so if you have missed something, you can do it again. So next you have motion study. This motion study I'll explain you with the next part. Okay, so not in this part, you can't understand this motion study. So next what you have to create is you have to create this bill of materials here. So just click on this bill of materials, just say okay to this, say okay. So now you can notice the bill of materials has been generated. So bolt, base plate, if you want to write some description, just give a double click and just start writing on it. Okay, so you can write whatever you want. So next I'll just decrease the size of this guy like this. Okay, so next you have exploded view. Just click on this exploded view. You can say this, you want to explode this, how you want to explode, you just see. So just click it something like this, so it will be exploded. Wait, I'll just need to assign the dimensions. So what happens means it will just go away from those things. For example, see, if I want to take it out, I can take it out easily. See, can you see this? So by using this way, you can
Yes, sir.
easily explode these things. So instead of exploding all this, what I can do is I'll just explode this guy only. See? So just to see what are all the small parts have been left out, you can easily see and you can easily notice these things. Just say Control Z, it will be coming back again. Okay. Any doubts, any issues?
No, sir.
Okay. So this much you have in your assembly. So if you say we'll just directly jump to this, what we say that? Drafting part. Okay. So to jump into drafting part,
Sir,
I'll just,
how to make the threaded hook?
sorry?
Sir, how to make the threaded hooks and threaded nets, sir?
threaded bolts and threaded nets.
Yes, sir.
So wait, I'll explain you. Okay. So see, if you
Okay,
want
sir.
to create threaded bolts and net, it is easy. See, just go to this part. Oh, sorry. I should not have taken this plane. I'll take this plane here. See, should I just explain you later after this drafting part?
Yeah, okay, sir. You can explain later.
Okay. So to enter into the drawing workbench, you just click on this, drawing and say okay to this. So now once you will enter, so it will ask you the sheet sizes, whatever you want. So just select what the sheet size you want. And if you don't want this tabular column, you can just switch it off here. So it's okay. It's better to be keeping that tabular column. Once it is done, just say okay to this. Once you have completed, again, you have to just click on this view layout. So go with model view, select which part you want to be doing this drafting. I'll go with the full assembly. So just say open. So just click it here. So this will be the front view, the top view, the bottom view, the left view, and the right view. It totally depends on the angles of projection what you have selected. To select those angles of projection, just click on the sheet and just go to this properties. Here you can see. So type of projection, you have first angle or third angle. In first angle, what happens means the top view come in bottom and the bottom view go in top. Left will come in right and right will come in left. In third angle, top will be on top, bottom will be on bottom. Everything will be same. Okay. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you want to reduce the sizes of it, just say use custom scaling. I'll go with 1:2. See, it has been decreased. Okay. So now you can just bring them easily towards it. See, like this, you can arrange it in the sheet. Okay. Any doubts, any issues?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So just you need to click on this view layout. Just go with this model view. If you are bringing a single part, for example, this is what happens. So I'll say don't save. So now I'll go with new here. So drawing, I'll say I just don't want this sheet bottoms and all. I'll say browse to it. I'll just bring this bolt here. So I'll just place it like this. I'll say okay to this. Okay. So if you want to bring the standard 3 views, just click on the standard 3 views and say browse to it. So once you say okay to this, wait, sorry, I'll just delete this. Now I'll just go with standard 3 views, browse. And if you select this bolt and if you say open, directly it will give you all the 3 views. Okay. Even you can change the view styling. So if you want dotted, you can get dotted. If you want solid, you can get solid like that. Okay. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, good. So now I'll just go with a single part itself. I'll go with this. I'll go with this full assembly. I'll just click it. I'll just take this 2 views. If you want isometric view of it, just drag the mouse like this. Okay. So instead of dragging straightly, just drag it towards away from it. You will get a isometric view, what we say of it. So just place it somewhere here. So once everything is done, so this projected view we don't use just because it will give the projected view of this again. So we'll get the projected views directly. So next thing what I can do is auxiliary view is for this kind of isometric views. Okay. So this is called as the auxiliary view of this isometric drawing. So next it is very much important. So that is called a sectional view. So I'll just delete these things. I don't want you to be confused. So I'll go with the sectional view. If you want to take the sectional view of this, just click it somewhere here and say okay to this. Say okay. So can you notice the sectional view of it? The cut section view of it.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts how to take it? It
No,
is
sir.
easy. So just click on the sectional view. Just place where you want to get the section view. Just say okay to it. Just say okay to it. So you'll get that sectional view at that particular point. See section view CC is giving the sectional view. Okay. So next to this detailed view, this thing is used to just to get the small things to be highlighted and be noticed. Say for example, I want to highlight this corner. See, it will be highlighted. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next thing what we have, it is called as the brokeout view. So this brokeout section, instead of this brokeout section, what we will use is, see, to create this brokeout section, you have to deal with this kind of things. See, instead of using this brokeout section, what we'll do is we'll go with this break. So what I'll do is I want to break it. I want to break it from here to here. See why it is used means, for example, the sheet size is around 420. If you have a rod of around 1000 mm, you can't place it inside, right? With the scale of 1:1. So what we'll do is we'll break it in middle and we'll say it will be shortened. Okay, got it? So even you can maintain the gap. I'll say 1 mm, it will be 1 mm. So you used to do it when you are creating your rivets, right? This kind of zigzag. That means it is still continued. What it says, okay? Any doubts? Any issues? Any issues? Got it right?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the next thing what we have here is called as the crop view, which we don't use. This alternate position view also, you see, cannot alternate position view to the selected object. So this alternate views, these things are used for this totally assembled sketches. So now what we'll do is we'll just move on to this animation. So here what you can do is you can give all the dimensions to it. So I'll just bring some another part here. It has been broken and all. So I'll just save this base plate. Just bring this two views of it. So now if I go for this animation, so you have smart dimensions. So here what you can do is you can give the dimensions to it. I guess I don't need to explain this. So you can easily assign the dimensions to it, right? Any issues giving the
No, sir.
dimensions? See, it is easy. But the thing is you can't change the dimensions. So the dimensions what you have assigned at the time of sketching, it will carry you the same dimensions, okay? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can we create our own sketch and bring it to drafting?
No, you only models can come. You can't create sketches here. Only models can be converted to 2D.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So next we have the spell checker. If you have written something, for example, if you have written a note like this, so just if you have written something, if you want to check it out whether it is correct or not, we'll go with the spell checker. So same way, say if I have written something here, you can pattern the text as well. Okay. So I'll go with this circular patterning. So just select this. Okay. So it is something like this. So once you say okay to this, see it will be patterned like this. Okay, got it? So it is used for patterning and all. So next it is called as balloon generation. It is used for the sake of giving. It is used for the sake of giving your surface finishings and all. At that time, you'll give this balloon generations. So next we have auto balloon generations. If you say auto balloon generation, it will generate balloonings automatically only for a assembled sketch. Now what I have took is a single sketch. So now if you go with the surface finish, if you just click on this, so you can give what are all the surface finishes you want. If you have checked your workbook, what I have sent to you, so there you have GD&T symbols and all. By using those GD&T symbols, you can assign these things, okay? So next what we have is hole cutout. So if you just click on this, it will give you all the details of that hole. Say for example, if you just see, so it's a diaten and it's a through hole. If you have given some dimensions, it will show you the dimension, the depth, how much you have given each and everything. So next we have geometrical tolerances. So you can assign all the, you can, if you have read that workbook, you'll get to know what are all the dimensionic geometrical symbols you have, okay? So next we have datum. So this datum targets are again used for the geometrical constraints. So if you can notice, you can write each and everything here. So what is the amount of surface finish? What is the amount of material to be removed? What is the diameter to be maintained? And which tool you have to use to remove that materials and all. So next, these are all the basic things. This is called a center marking. So already the center markings are there. So if you don't have the center markings, if you just go with, so just click on this, it will give you the center markings and all. Same way you have the center line. For the center line, I don't know why it is. Okay. So if you just click on this, so you'll get a center line. Okay, got it right? Center lines. So
Yes, sir.
area hatch and fill, if you just click on that, the hatching will start. You can go with solid, none, or you can assign all the angles and all boundaries, regions. So hatching acnes, if you go with, you can change each and everything. If you click on this hatch, you can assign what sort of hatchings and all you want. Okay. Any doubts?
No, sir.
So this is called as revision cloud. This is just like a cloud so that you can write something in here whenever you see. So this will act as an important thing here. So next we have table. So general table we have. So how much rows and columns you want, just click it. That much of rows and columns will be created. At the same time, you have a whole table. So if you just select that whole, it will assign each and everything. So how much distance you have took in X, how much distance you have took in Y. You can give it all the values here. Okay. That is called as whole table. So last is called as the bill of materials. You say okay to it. Now I have took only the base plate. That's why it is showing only the bill of material to the base plate. If I have took the whole assembly, it would have given to the it should give all the what we say that full bill of materials. Okay. So wait, I'll just switch on that. I'll use the display sheet also. So now I'll just go with browse. I'll just bring this guy out here. Nice. Sorry. Browse. I'll just bring this assembly here. Okay, so now if you go with this bill of materials, it will give you all the bill of materials. So what are all the things it have? See, base plate, bolt and stud. If you can just zoom in here, I have told you, you can just double click and you can add whatever the text you want. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So same way, if you want to edit this, so just to give a double click on this guy, or else you just go on the sheet, right click and go with edit sheet format. So then you'll get this. Okay. So whatever you want to write it here, you can go ahead and write finished by whom. So when you're drawn this, what is the name of it, everything. Okay. So once it is done, just say exit to this. So again, it cannot be changed. Okay. So once this thing has been changed, you can't change it again. Any doubts? How to
No,
bring
sir.
the models and how
No,
to.
sir.
So now here, if you have forgot something, you can sketch it here. So to do extra sketches and all, you should take the permission from your authorities. Okay, you can't create sketches irrelevantly on the drafting sheet. Okay. Any doubts?